Hey, what's going on, guys? Before any fan here, and today I'm giving you guys my final review for MLB 15, the show. I'm basically just going to be talking about the different game modes, elaborating on some things I thought in my first thoughts video, and I'm going to give a final rating. So without further ado, let's just go ahead and get right into it. This, of course, is MLB 15, the show. It's a continuation from last year's copy. Made some slight improvements from last year's copy with the introduction of name brand gear, different player animations, being able to hit wherever you choose, and little cosmetic differences such as where pitch location or pitches and pitch abbreviations. Definitely the sun settings. You'll be able to see dynamically as the sun sets. Depending on the ballpark, you can get shadow effects and stuff like that, along with every other smaller cosmetic ordeals. Let's just start with the basics. Play now or like exhibition games where you just go ahead and jump straight into a game, or basically a little bit similar as with every other game. You get the roster of whatever roster you load up. Presentation wise, the scoreboard and all that stuff is a little bit changed in the top left corner. It's a little bit more like TV style. It's for national broadcasts such as ESPN or MLB Network. The pitches on screen are also now, as I stated before, are in full text and are no longer like in a traditional diamond shape. They are now all on the side with all different kinds of movement. They also introduced this new feature called the ball trail, which shows where the ball leaves your hand and where it will end up naturally, versus just the arrows where you get an idea of where it will be. It's a little bit easier for people who don't understand what pitches are like when they are thrown, for those who don't normally play baseball but enjoy the sport as a whole. Other than that, it's basically the same thing. You just play an exhibition game of baseball. So straight cut thin and through. Next up, we're going to be talking about the name brand licensing. I mentioned it in my previous first thoughts video. It's basically the same as I stated before. Name brand licensing is really cool. It brings more of an authentic feel to the game. Different bats have different tiers, and different brands have different bonuses, such as gloves can give you different plate discipline and plate vision. Some of them give more to one stat, some give more to another, some do a combination of both. And depending on the tier, obviously gives you higher bonuses, where bronze will give you only +3 versus diamond can give you as much as +15. So those are always a neat feature, and with those introductions, they look seamless on characters. So if you were a generic glove previously and it was just all black, if you put on a glove that's a name brand, the name branding will stay the same, even though it's a certain color scheme. If you saw before, some of the gloves were bright neon yellow. Well, if you have your glove to be all black, the game will keep it all black. It's just the name brand naming will be on the piece of gear that you have. Next up, we're going to go ahead and dive into franchise mode. Franchise mode, for me, I've never been too keen on it. It's a little bit more complicated than, say for example, Madden's franchise mode, because you are in charge of the AAA and AA teams and everything that goes on there. But I did give it a shot just because I needed to do it for this review. One of the things I found interesting is also to continue with the sponsorships. You can now have sponsorships inside your news ticker, the active replays, and also for battle walk-ups. These things give you extra money depending on what the contract asks for. Some of them say you get $3,500 per run. Some of them you get like $30,000 for every home run. You get some as simple as just $5,000 per game. Like I said, I'm not a big franchise guy, but I'm assuming obviously with clubs that have a lower budget, this is obviously a big deal, because you just earn flat cash for just playing the game and doing well. So it's a nice little incentive to perform well, such as getting double plays from Rawlings for turning double plays, 10,000 per double play. That's pretty awesome, and it associates with the brand. Rawlings being most famously for gloves. So that's all pretty much a new feature. Some of the things are a little bit the same too, such as the calendar, the next game, all that stuff. The league updates is really nice. It gives you an idea what is going on around the league. Another thing I really enjoyed was the GM goals. That's a little new twist on it. If your team needs to reach postseason, or you can get a contract of winning the pennant, it improves your overall GM rating. Now, the higher your gene rating, I'm assuming, the more money they'll offer you, and you won't get fired. So those were all pretty much new features. Some of them have been the same, just new menus such as upcoming free agents, standings, awards, all-star voting, league leaders, and all that stuff. So for the most part, it's all been the same, but that's not a problem because the game has no reason. Don't break what you can't fix, you know? There's no reason for you to ruin something that's good. Next up, we're going to talk about the online play, something that I am very much new to. I don't normally play online because, frankly, I don't have friends that like baseball. But I played with my buddy Ian, or Bullet Ride 11, you guys may know him as. And we did do a test play on online. It is still very laggy, which I know has been an issue in previous MLB games. When we tried playing, there was just a slight lag, and we both have really great connection, but just like in Call of Duty, by the time you press a button, it will take a second for it to register before it does said action. Same thing goes for the pitching, which is really annoying considering that this is a timed sport. It's all about timing, so, when I'm trying to get my pitch and there's a lag, it won't work. Same thing for turning plays and throwing the ball and such, so it's not the best thing in the world. I'm sure they're working on it and trying to improve it, but there's no guarantees. And this is an example right here. There's just a random lag. It will sit there and pause. We thought the game was broken, and then it just resumes. So, definitely San Diego Studios, I know, has been working on this. They've been working on this for years, but like I said before, usually when I do play this, it's local, so it's never been a big deal to me. So that's all I have to say about the online play. Hopefully it gets better. I definitely would like to play it online versus have to always play it in my house. But I mean, if it comes to that for B4 versus, then that's perfectly okay with me. So next up, we're gonna move on to the MLB Live, which is the kind of the live action for games that are gonna be playing throughout the league. Today, when I recorded this, is the second day of the MLB season. So obviously you see the dates, you can see that at the time certain games were in progress, and it tells you exactly what was going on, hits, outs, walks, all that stuff was all accurate to what was going on. So I went ahead and played with the current game that was supposed to happen with the Giants versus the Diamondbacks, and it had the active live rosters, which is all accurate to the teeth, everything, the right order, the right pitcher and everything. Even there was a last minute change actually for that day. Ryan Vogelsong was not supposed to pitch, but the game recognized that and it put it forward. So kudos to them for keeping everything accurate to the teeth. But yeah, that pretty much wraps it up for my review of MLB The Show 15. Out of a 5-star rating, I'm going to go ahead and give this game a 4.5 out of 5. It's still an excellent game. It had very minor updates, at least in my eyes. A lot of good aesthetics. The online play still needs some work. There's still a few little quirky bugs and little things that could be improved on, but I'm not going to sit here and bash on those. So definitely happy with my purchase. So if you guys have not played MLB 15 or any MLB game at all, and you're interested in baseball, you have to get this game. It is my equivalent to Madden. I will buy this game every year. Definitely for the updated rosters, graphics, whatever have you. It is my version of Madden for me, especially being a huge Giants and baseball fan. So yeah, if you have a PS3 or PS4, or I think even the Vita, you can pick this up for only, what, $60, and then $70 if you want the 10-year anniversary edition like I have. So as always, if you guys like this video, be sure to give it a like and a share. If you're new to my channel, hit that subscribe button for more videos like this and more. The next game I will be reviewing, I believe, is going to be the Handsome Jack collection for Borderlands, so go ahead and stay tuned for that next week. So until then, this is B4MB Fan, signing out.
Low-scoring affair as we get one last look at our final line score. And guys, you can't win if you can't score, so there's probably not